I got so much motherfucking design on right now.
Break it down, bring it back, make it clap. I got 3 old thoughts, new block, where that thing. Bitches on my line, and you know.
The first issue that we found in agriculture sector is labor shortage. According to the news, it stated that around 57,818 tons of fresh palm oil fruit being unharvested per day because of lack of labor shortage. If there are no labor that harvested the palm oil, then what will happen in palm oil industry? Of course, it will affect the agriculture sector to grow further in future. Let's explore more deeply about this issue.
What is agriculture? Agriculture is the systematic and intentional practice of cultivating soil, growing crops, and raising animals for food and various essential products. It plays a vital role in human sustenance, economic activity, and industry, incorporating diverse activities from soil preparation to harvesting. They have 3 examples. First is crop cultivation, such as wheat, rice, corn, and soybean. And second is livestock farming, like raising animals, cattle, poultry, and so on. And lastly is horticulture, like fruit, vegetable, and more.
Next, factors that contribute labor shortage in agriculture sectors are aging workforce. This is because the labor force in agriculture in Malaysia is growing older, and most younger generations often pursue urban employment opportunities rather than aim for careers in agriculture. And these factors lead to the scarcity of willing and competent workers in the agriculture industry. And the next factor is low wages. It is because it often perceived as one job that demands physical labor yet offers lower wages than jobs in different sectors. And it will discourage people from applying for jobs or staying in the agriculture workforce. And most agriculture tasks are physically demanding for long hours, yet wages may not meet the effort taken. As for the last factor, which is lack of skills and training, a specific skills and knowledge is required in modern agriculture. This is because most agriculture tasks involve handling heavy and advanced technology machines. But exists workforce lack of skills due to the limited educations and training programs for their agriculture sectors.
The first impact is due to a lack of workers for planting, harvesting, and other key agriculture activities. Labor shortages can result in lower crop yields and livestock output. This drop in output may result in food shortages and higher agriculture product prices. The second impact is agriculture employs a large number of people in many rural locations. Labor shortages can harm these areas by lowering employment possibilities, causing population decreases, and negatively influencing local economies that rely significantly on agriculture-related industry. Labor shortages frequently result in higher labor costs because farmers may be forced to raise wages or invest in labor-saving technologies to compensate for a lack of workers. These additional expenses may eventually be passed on to consumers, resulting in higher food and agriculture product prices.
Okay, how to solve labor shortage in agriculture sector? First, improve working conditions. Give farm laborers a place to live comfortably, sanitary facilities and leisure areas. Second, skill development and training. Create training courses to help farm laborers become more skilled. And last, incentive and benefits, such as offer competitive wages and benefit to attract and retain skilled labor.
To sum up, the agriculture sector faced a labor shortage, threatening food production, economic stability, and welfare. Addressing this requires a comprehensive strategy, including agriculture education, technology integration, improved working conditions, and supportive government policy.
The second issue that we found in agriculture sector is lack of land for agriculture activities. According to the news, it stated that many of land has been damaged because of changes in weather patterns like floods, drought, logging, and so on. Because of that, the land for doing agriculture activities become limited and will decrease the production of plantation. Let's know more deeply about this issue.
So, what is the factor that make lack of agriculture activity? The first factor is industrialization. Rapid development in urban areas that have a lot of land is a factor that contributes to a lack of agriculture activity because of the construction of buildings in the urban areas such as house, factory and shopping mall. And the second factor is topography. It is a characteristic of the land surface and its influence on the agriculture practices. If the characteristics of the soil are not good, agriculture activity will be affected, such as hill, valley and mountain. And the last factor is land degradation. Land degradation refers to the continuous decrease in the land production capacity, resulting from the interconnected process like soil erosion, deforestation, nutrient and so on. So, what is the impact from the factor above? The first impact is reduced food of production. Limited land availability means less space for cultivation, leading to a decrease in overall food production. This, in turn, reduces the supply of meat, milk and other animal products. And second is impact on livelihood. For many communities, especially in rural areas, agriculture is not just an economic activity, but also a way of life. A decline in agriculture due to the land shortages can negatively impact the cultural and social fabric of these communities. And the last impact is food price volatility. Reduced agriculture production can lead to increased volatility in food price. This can affect not only consumer but also businesses that rely on stable input price for their products.
Next, how to solve lack of land for agriculture activities. First, vertical farming, a modern agriculture practice that involves growing crops in vertically stacked layers or vertically inclined surfaces, and then precision agriculture that use technology, data and sensors to optimize the use of resources such as water, fertilizers and pesticides, thereby maximizing yields on limited land. And last, land use planning and zoning. It is to implement effective land use planning and zoning regulation to optimize the use of available agricultural land.
In conclusions, the lack of land has significantly affected the agricultural sectors in Malaysia. These restrictions prevent agricultural activities from growing and becoming more productive, which leads to various problems. For example, reduced food productions, impact of livelihoods, and food price volatility. As recommended, it requires strategic approaches to overcome land scarcity, involving vertical farming, precision agriculture and land use for planning and zoning. Hence, the implementations of good land management in Malaysia needs to ensure the long-term viability and growth of the agricultural sectors. Thank you.